Hey, what's up TCM? Today we are going to be going over splitting our legs for whatever trick, the mindset that I have when I think about doing any step out or doing any type of like split leg movements. This could be even for swing throughs. I know I'll show different demonstrations throughout the video, so make sure you hang out until the end to catch each individual demonstration. I'm gonna be going over front flip step outs. I'm gonna be going over side flip step outs, back flip step outs or flash kicks, as well as butterfly twists and corks and even back fulls. So I'm gonna be going over how I think about stepping out of each and every single one of those. And you're gonna notice they are all the same. Even if it's for your lazy vault, if you like to split your lazy vaults or split your dash vault, I can demonstrate those as well. But every single one has the same mindset, and I want you guys to understand that. And once you get into that mindset, it's pretty easy to do step outs. And then the other thing would be flexibility, of course, right? If you don't have flexibility, then it's going to be a little bit tougher. But do not let that stop you, because as you start to do more step outs, you'll find that at first it may hurt, obviously because you're not flexible enough to do them, right? So at first it may hurt, but they will get easier and easier, and you'll find yourself getting better and better at them until they are pretty comfortable and you have a massive step out and they're pretty cool. So let's get to it. Let's start with, well, let's start with finding a place to set you down first, and then we'll come back to the rest of it. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, because we'll be releasing videos every Saturday at 11 a.m. And if you are a returning viewer, then welcome back. For anyone struggling with some flexibility, make sure you check for a link in the description down below, because I'll be linking my stretching routine there, and that stretching routine will go a long way for this video as well. Also, just for general flexibility. All right, well, let's get into these step outs. All right, so let's start with a backflip, just because it's gonna be easiest. Let's start with a backflip, just because it's gonna be the easiest with me standing here. Now, what I do when I think about my backflips and I'm trying to like step out of it, first I have to identify which leg I want to kick out with. Now, for me, that is going to be my left leg. I don't know why. It just happens to be the leg that I'm comfortable with. So I'm a little backwards in this sense, but I think for most people, it'll be the leg that they do their swing gainer with or their cork, if you can do that. So for most people, I think it'll be their right leg if they cork and twist to the left. But I'm gonna flash grip with my left, because I learned how to do it that way first. And then I fixed it later with my right leg. But what I think about is, I don't just think about pulling one foot to the floor. Rather than thinking about putting one foot to the floor, I actually think about kicking behind me with my other leg. So what I mean by this is, I'm not just with my left leg reaching to the floor, but also with my right leg, I am pulling my right leg back behind me, and that creates some tension in my hips to split and really give it that dramatic effect. So I'm gonna do a couple here, just so you guys can see it. But keep in mind, this is going to be basically the same advice that I give you throughout the entire video, because everything is just about not necessarily that step down leg, but more about the leg that's pulling upwards, because you want to have force going both directions to give it that really dramatic split. So here's my flash kick. All right, and I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna go over here, because that's down a hill, so it's a little weird. Here's the side profile of what everything looks like. So once again, pay attention to this back leg. While I am stepping out on my left, my back leg is the one that's gonna make it look really dramatic. Okay, so. Let's go this way, so you guys can see it a bit. Another different angle, maybe. God, that one was terrible. For context, I rolled out of bed, threw on my flip-flops, and then came out here to do flash kicks for you guys. So Forgive me if it's not as good as it should be. There we go. Here is my thought process for my side flips and as well as my Websters. So if this is a part of the video that you're needing some help on for your step outs, this is the right part. So for my side flips, I flip over my left shoulder, over tuck with my right leg, and for some reason I under tuck with my left. So that's the way I do my tuck. I go one under, one over. Now when I'm stepping out of my side flip, I spot the floor and I only release one leg, right? I only release my right leg as I flip over to my left. My right leg is the one that touches down first. So when I say first leg, I'm referring to my right leg for my side flips. So as I go through, boom, I block, I set, I tuck, I spot the floor where I'm landing, and then I only release my first leg, stepping out, and then my second leg, I'm actually just trying to take a big step through, and that is how I create that dramatic effect for my side flips. I'm gonna do a couple for you here. I'm gonna come one straight towards the camera for you guys. And then I'm gonna do one, so you can see it from the back perspective. And then I'm gonna do one so you can see it through the front perspective. I'm going uphill on this next one, so forgive me. Hopefully that's in frame. So that's my side flip. Now for my front flips and Websters, I'm only gonna do one of them. I'm just gonna do gather step front flips. All right, so there are two types of step outs that can happen with a front flip. There's a practical one and there's a flashy one. Now both of them have their uses, and I know I said one is practical, one is flashy, and it kind of gives a bad connotation to the flashy one, like it's not useful. But the reason that the one that is practical, the reason that it's practical is because you can step out of it into your cartwheels and into your round offs for longer tumbling passes. And this is the same way that you would step out of your Arabian step outs for longer tumbling passes as well. The practical one is the one that I'm gonna go over right now, which is the front flip step out for the round off. And then I'm gonna be going over how to do a flashy one right after that. So the step out for the step out, front flip, step out, round off. Now you wanna be able to have an over rotated front flip if you're trying to step out of it for any trick continuation at all. You do wanna over rotate it for the most part as a general rule, because you want that momentum to carry through into your round off. And if you do the flashy one, you'll see it actually just stands you upright versus pushing you forward into the practical one. So a couple of requirements here is one, you need to have a strong front flip. Two, you need to have a really strong front flip. I guess two, you have to have a front flip. For your front flip, step out round off or step out cartwheel, make sure your step out happens later than it normally would, because you're trying to land with your chest forward, ready to keep tumbling out of that round off, or out into that round off. You'll see what I mean right now. So I'll demonstrate the both and how the flashy one isn't really meant for a round off out of it. So anyway. So there was my step out, front flip round off step, or front flip step out to cartwheel. I didn't really do a round off because I mean it's round off cartwheel, it's all the same thing. So here's the flashy step out, and you'll see how it kind of differs into the round off and how it kind of kills your momentum. Because I'm landing and I'm trying to make it really flashy and pretty, so it's a bit more laid out. All right, that was better. I just had to warm it up. So now when you're looking at the front flip step out, the flashy one and the round off one, you'll notice one, my chest is really far back, and as I gallop out of that one, I don't really find myself in a position able to tumble out of it. It looks pretty, but it's not practical in the sense of longer term tumbling. So take them both with a grain of salt. You should be able to do them both eventually. Now, when it comes to twisting and stepping out, what I like to think of is I think I am on this like axis here, right? Specifically for a B twist. Now, because I'm on this axis here, what's gonna happen is I figure for my B-twists, so I try to keep one leg straight and I try to tuck one leg. So as I'm twisting over, that one leg steps out and I try to keep that one leg straight out. So I twist to my left, so my right leg is going to come back and up. It's going to pin in that spot, and I'm going to rotate around that spot, and I'm going to try to keep it there while I do my step out. The thing is with this one, because you are stepping out flat, I'm trying to bring my arms back to help pull my chest up, and that'll also help the swing through mechanic. This is going to be slightly different from the back full, but very similar to the cork mechanic. My back fulls are a bit more over my head. My corks are a bit more like my B-twists. You guys ever just not mentally ready? Let's do one more. There we go. So hopefully I'm able to do what I feel, but basically I'm trying to keep that flat axis, and I'm trying to pull into that still position while stepping out with my other leg. Now for your back full is similar to your back flip if you're flipping over your head. If you flip sideways like a backwards B-twist, one, that's not a back full, but two, then it's gonna be more like a B-twist. Let's see what I can do. So I don't really step out too often out of my fulls, but I don't really do it. I mean, I literally just don't do it. So we'll do some more. Oh, that's pretty. What the heck? Nice. That felt really good. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and dissect that one for yourself. Rudy, if you can put in a couple of slow-mos there. As far as timing of when I start my step out, once I start my twist and I feel my legs start to go past my head, so this is my head, and I feel my legs start to come past my head, right? So now I'm no longer over myself. Then I start to do my step out from there. And it's gonna be that same thing for the corks. So I'm only gonna do a couple of corks because my phone's dying. Let's wrap this up with a couple of corks and be out of here. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm not sure where my body is in relation to the camera, but hopefully you guys can see that with the step out. I'll do another one. So if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope me breaking down each of those skills for you was helpful and insightful for you guys. Let us know in the comments down below what you would like to see in these videos, because we're just trying to serve you guys. We just want you guys to get the content that you want to see and teach you guys something that we're able to teach you. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the comment, and hit the subscribe button, as well as the bell notification. It takes like 5 seconds for all of that, guys. Happy Saturday, train safe, and if you have any questions, please feel free to send us a DM on our Instagram, which is @thecollectivemovements. Make sure you follow us there, and we were happy to help. We just want to help you guys out. I think that's it. Happy Saturday, train safe, guys.